I'm not used to this.
Lydia called me, I don't know, 10 a.m. this morning, chatty Kathy, you know Peyton. And I said to you, a beautiful fall weather, like you can't beat it. So can you give us more of it?
Yeah, I'll be able to do that for just the two of you. It's just a special deal though I can cut you because I don't know if the deal I'm cutting with Mother Nature is gonna work for everyone tonight. We've got a frost advisory for some parts of Northeast Ohio. This was very similar to yesterday evening too. Very early this morning, some of you may have experienced some patchy frost. It's much of the same tonight. That's because temperatures are allowed to drop back into the mid-30s just for a few of us. The rest of you are not going to escape the cool weather. You'll drop back into the upper 30s, closer to 40 degrees. Those included in the frost advisory that goes in effect at 3 a.m. extends all the way till 9 a.m. tomorrow is Lorain, Medina, Wayne, Holmes, Ashland, and Richland counties. Once again, just because those folks are in an advisory doesn't mean the rest of you are necessarily escaping free of the cold. But how does it actually happen? Well, we have limited cloud cover overhead. So the fact that we don't have any of that, well, that is the reason temperatures can drop so far, so fast overnight. But when we do have clouds overhead, we kind of factor in all the sunshine you can get during the day. We call that big buzzword there solar radiation. The sunshine heats up the ground, and at night when things start to clear on out, we keep cloud cover as a blanket. It actually traps the heat, so all the sunshine on the pavement, the ground wants to escape back into the atmosphere. The clouds don't let it, so that heat actually sticks with us. It acts as a blanket, as I mentioned, kind of like you probably are pulling up on yourself right now, probably not wanting to get out early tomorrow morning because you'll want the extra layer with you. But when we have clear skies overhead overnight, it allows all the sunshine we've seen and all of the warmth we get during the day to just go right back into the atmosphere, and we lose it. We lose it completely, and that allows our temperatures to drop in the morning so low that some of us could wake up to frost. So high pressure is in control of our forecast. That means we saw blue skies, sunshine today. We will keep that around for tomorrow. But what you're noticing back off to the east is this area of low pressure. This is continuing to bring some very major coastal flooding concerns to the mid-Atlantic, the Northeast. This is all associated with the remnants of Ian, but also just coming in tandem with a system in and of itself, a nor'easter. This is a very wet one though, as opposed to what you'd maybe think of a typical nor'easter in the wintertime with snowfall. This is a very prolonged wet weather event when it comes to not necessarily just freshwater flooding. They are dealing with that wind direction pushing up water on top of high tide already. For us though, we keep the influence of high pressure. Debris clouds off of that could toss up in our area, and we definitely saw that for our sunset tonight. Back off farther to the west, we have to look ahead to our next weather maker, and it's a combination of fronts here. We have rain chances that spark up Thursday into Friday, but the front to the north is a potent one, the coldest air, so to speak, since late spring. So not last spring, but late spring. Tomorrow on the hour, we don't have to worry about any of that super cold weather though, just starting the day rather chilly. Then you can toss away the sweatshirt through the afternoon. Your National Zymer on the hour forecast. Highs tomorrow, low to mid 60s, but we go up. I mentioned that for Lydia and Laura. There's my treat there. By the middle of the week, we're near 70 degrees. All of you that have been emailing us on the weather team saying, where are the 70s? Do they come back? They do, but for a very limited chunk of time. As I mentioned, that front's going to swing on through. Temperatures are going to plummet and plummet very fast into the low to mid 50s, in fact, and that means we are in for some very, very cool mornings. These are feels like conditions. Saturday morning, some of us could be waking up near freezing, and that means I think we could go from frost advisories to freeze warnings by the end of the week. But you know, we've got this roller coaster pattern in your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast that I think is pretty giving, and there's a little something for everyone in here. But nonetheless, we will see actually a pretty stable trend by the early part of next week. This is the first week of October, full week at least. Once again, a little something for everyone and a little more for you after the break.